approve the financial documentation because I am still waiting back from January for financial information that I asked for and expected to get as a parish councillor, and that I've sent a freedom of information request in January.
Okay. The same goes for 10.2, to receive and approve the accounts at the end of September 2023. As I've said before, the same information was sent out. I don't think there's been any, no, nothing received, so we'll take it straight over. Sorry,
it's not that I have any particular issues with these cash book and bank books being written up as such, but each of the financial trainings that I've attended state that each time the parish council should see bank statements as well.
see bank
I've never
statements.
seen them in the 6 months that I've been councillor.
Right.
So I just want to raise that.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, can we take a vote on 10.2? This is 10.2. All those in favour of approving the minutes? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Against? No. Abstentions? 2. And 10.3, which is the petty cash. We've approved payments to be made from petty cash account to the 9th of October. This very day. They don't take a lot of looking at, really. Can I just have a show of hands to approve, please? Oh, sorry.
I wanted to ask, and obviously we've only got these today. I was just a bit surprised. I don't think we did quite so much about this fencing, but I might not be remembering right, for the gates and the fencing. But I don't know.
So, we're...
This fencing, 9,108. Now, I know the gate was expensive, but I think the fencing was how much? They came up to it, but...
We're in 10.2 or 10.3?
Yeah, 10.3.
Is that the 9,000?
Yeah, 9,108. It's just...
Oh, yeah.
Payments made.
I mean, obviously, I've only seen it tonight. I can't be sure. I've not had any chance to check
No.
it. It just seemed more than I remembered it being.
It's, yeah, I think what happened is the low level fencing, you know, I can't remember what it's called now, but the low level fencing, it's a bigger area than we thought it was going to be. It's turned. When we measured it up, myself and Emma measured it up, we didn't include a part that will have to be fenced off because it impinges on the neighbour, the people who are the other houses that are around there. Because when we measured it up, there was Harris fencing all the way around, and we weren't sure where the boundaries. We were given basically the wrong information about how much land we, as a parish council, are going to get up there. I will just a bit of information on that. We did complain to Strata that the field was totally not ready to be handed over. When we went to hand over, because there were massive lumps of rock and all sorts over it, and we just said we can't. They planted grass on it, and it looked great, but we actually phoned the grass cutting people from Wakefield Council, and they said there's no way on earth we're going to cut this because every window on the estate will be smashed, including our grass cutting equipment. So we went back to Strata and said we're not going to accept the keys until this is sorted. They are up there now. They've been up there all week of Strata, well, since Thursday last week, put in 40,000 quid's worth of new soil on top of the existing thing, which if they'd have done that in the first place, they'd have saved us 40,000 quid and a delay for us. That's the way. So that the thing about the fencing is it has to go. I can't remember how many metres it is, but it's a few hundred metres, and the gate itself has got to be a proper metal.
But I remember the gate was expensive.
Yeah.
I remember that. So, well, that explains why it is. And I was kind of right, but yeah, expensive. So
Okay.
thank you. Yeah.
Okay, can I go to a vote on 10.3 then? All those who show of hands stop. All those in favour of? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Against? 7, sorry. Abstain? 2 abstentions. I've just had both my jabs today. Every time I put my arm up, it's hurting. It's wondered why I'm doing that every time. Right. number 11, Act of Parish Council Policies and Procedure. So we have 11.2, 11.1, we've not seen something 11.1, have we? Yeah, 11.1 is to appoint the current FOI panel to the Complaints Committee.
No, I don't think so.
Can we just be reminded to be on the FOI? Sorry, I should have checked it before. But
I haven't heard, has anybody got any 11.1?
Have we really to a complaints committee?
Sorry?
No, because it's probably in, it's probably in this Finance and General Purposes Committee stuff, is it? Somewhere in there, that's the problem. We never really doted on having a committee system.
Since we haven't got 11.1, we can't have a vote on that. So we'll move to 11.2, which is the complaints procedure. I think these are just amendments to the existing one. The amendments
I don't think we have
on
that,
11.2 at the bottom of the page, I think the additions are to the council or to the full council. The bit that's highlighted.
Yeah.
Number 7, over the page, the clerk or the complaints committee of the council, again, or the full council as appropriate, will investigate each complaint. Again, on 9, complaints committee of the parish council or to the full council as appropriate. They are the amendments we are voting on the agenda. So can I have a...
Can I just ask something? Or say something? It seems to me that this may not be the time to rejig the complaints policy or the committees, because there are live complaints that involve people as well. So it would be very difficult to appoint people. I wasn't aware that we had a complaints committee, but then in my understanding of it is that if we had a committee system in this council, we would have, if we were moving to that, we would have had to have I can't quite be sure of the legislation, we would have had to have a poll for the villagers to agree. But that aside, it doesn't seem the right time to be revising a complaints system when we have complaints in or coming up with some vexatious...
Well, can I just say, Councillor Marshall, please, this is a copy of our existing complaints procedure that we've had for a lot of years, and it's updated on the recommendations of the NLC and YSA and all that. The only changes are going to be adding the words or to the full council on 1, 2, 3.
I think that's not what was handed out late last meeting. There was some quite basic changes.
I think we're taking that wording out.
We're taking that word in, sorry,
in order
yeah.
to speed it up.
We're taking that word, sorry, that's, yeah, I've got that wrong way around. We're taking that wording out because in order to, the clerk wants to speed up the process.
I don't think what I saw proposing will not
so she
speed it
can
up.
respond to members of the public, as the gentleman earlier on said. It can be a response to the members of the public made quicker by taking it out. If you have a complaint, it has to go to the full council. You have to wait till the next full council meeting.
What the present complaint system says?
Yeah, I know the complaint
excuse me, I've looked at it. Under section 9, the clerk is able to address the complaint, okay? And then once she's addressed it, she, under our present system, under section 9 of it, then if the person is not satisfied, they can ask for it to go to the full parish council or to the complaints committee. Now, the complaints we have at the moment, and people have talked to me, are not suitable, really, for a small committee anyway. So what is happening is an extra step is being put on. You know, we need to know what complaints are coming through, and extra steps are being put on that mean that we probably won't know about these complaints, and they'll just be fobbed off. So this is a big deal,
Okay,
actually.
I'll take the vote then. The recommendation being made by the clerk to the council to speed up this is what she's written, to speed up the process internally to respond to members of the public as quickly as possible. Where referrals and appeals are requested, this means the information can be reviewed immediately and not have to await the next council meeting. So I take that as a proposal from the clerk. I will second that proposal. Can I have a show of hands of all those people who support that proposal?
Sorry, is that a proposal from the clerk? Is that possible? Shouldn't we, as councillors, propose it?
No, I've proposed it from on
shouldn't
behalf
we
of the
have,
clerk.
I mean, I'm just, you're proposing
I'm
it,
proposing
so
it on behalf
someone's
of the clerk.
seconding it.
So I want to second it.
Yeah.
Can you have a seconder for that? Councillor Cook, seconded. Can I take a show of hands all those in favour of making these amendments? 1, 2, 3, 4. Against? 2, 3. Abstentions?
Sorry, I was voting
2.
against.
Okay. Okay, so that's 11-2.
Sorry, did you count me in as against?
Yeah.
Because my pen flew across.
Right, motions requested by councillors. This is one that was pushed forward from the last time because Councillor Maiden wasn't here. So 12-1 to receive a proposal from Councillor Maiden regarding Parish Council coffee mornings and decide a course of action. If you would like to speak on that.
I think I spoke to Gemma way back in August about this. Simply because as a new councillor I felt that as a resident I didn't really understand what was happening in the Ackworth. And felt that perhaps, you know, as said earlier, we needed to be a little bit more transparent and provide additional opportunities for councillors to be available at varying locations around the village. You know, time and frequency to be decided if we all agreed to go down that route, but just that there'd be a time planned into our calendar where councillors were available to host, call it what you want, coffee morning, meet and greet, chat, surgery, any, you know, something in a non-sort of threatening environment where people can come along, have a coffee, catch up, we can share the things that are happening in the council. We spread it amongst the village, at Strata, here, Low Ackworth, Pavilion, and just another way really of us being visible, because I do think that's an issue, is that we're not particularly visible unless there are events planned. And obviously the long-standing councillors that have been on board are well known by the villagers, but I bet not 10 people know who I am really, apart from my face might be on the website. So it was just another way really, the rationale was just to raise our profile and be transparent and positively communicate with our residents. That was it.
Okay, thank you. Councillor Sherritt.
Well, that is a really good point, which is that we've given photos in. We were told that we have to wait for everybody's photos for any of the photos to be uploaded. So no, I don't think people will be able to put a face to the name.
No, because there's just a name, aren't we? And
not there at all.
Yeah, at the moment we're naming it.
yeah, and I think we need, you know, people are working hard to really, and there's a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes, and actually the residents need to know who we are, what we do.
I'll second the proposal.
Well, I think we need some. I agree with the proposal 100%, but I think we need to meat on the bones of it really, because we can't. If we promote regarding Parish Council coffee mornings and decide a course of action, that's really what we've got to do. I mean, do you want to put this to the events committee, or I don't know
well, I did, but at the last, I'm having a moment now, at the last events committee, it went on for so long.
Yeah.
they ran out of time, and I actually felt quite cheated
Yeah.
as a councillor because I brought it back up in August, and it was almost, we'd run out of time that I had to go on to
Well, can we-
It's just crazy.
Can I have a proposal to accept this in principle and ask the clerk to look into actual arrangements then? Because, you know, one, we've got to identify a frequency, how many times we're going to do it, when we're going to do it, where we're going to do it, who's going to pay for the tea and coffee, and all those things.
I've spoken to Emma about it, and she was in agreement that she offered to help, because she said you can't do it by yourself.
No.
You know, you need other councils
Oh,
involved.
yeah.
And I said we could perhaps do it on a rota basis, you know. I'd go shopping for the you know, it's no big deal, it's just, and...
So if you propose that we, as a parish council, we agree this in principle, then the detail of it can be looked at by the events organiser. I mean, the events organiser, then some proposals can be put forward to, like next Friday, well, not Fridays, whatever. Yeah.
I do think that, you know, I think as we said, we need to see things through, don't we, so that we can get things running, because otherwise it just drags on and it loses its importance then, you know, so it's, and we run out of time then, Christmas approaches, and then before you know it.
Yeah.
So is this a proposal then?
I'm proposing
Second.
So can you word the proposal so that it's agreed?
She's had it.
All right.
She's had it.
What is
We
it?
had it last, we had it in our packs.
Oh, you
It's
did.
dated
Yeah.
30th of August.
Yeah. So it's the second. Councillor Sherritt seconded it. Can we have a show of hands in favour of this initiative? That's everybody. Thank you. That's a good idea. That you've got to be careful though, because you don't want to clash with the library.
Oh
Coffee
no,
mornings
I'm
and
not Shannon.
Shannon Main. Now there's been to receive a proposal from Councillor Balfour to select members of the council to attend the PACT meeting when held as an outside body. So, you know, the PACT is the police and...
Which item are we on now, sorry?
12-2.
12-2.
So, just, I mean, Councillor Balfour's not here to speak on it, so do we want to take somebody else to propose it, and then we'll have to choose.
According to these standing orders, because I did some of them today, if the person's not there,
Yeah, we're not supposed to, unless somebody else wants to. I think perhaps we'll hold that in abeyance until next meeting.
I was
Yeah.
reading while somebody was sleeping.
Well,
They were sleeping.
I thought it was stated that if nobody attended, they would just fall off these meetings, the police won't continue them. Is that right?
I can confirm that I attend them.
I don't know.
That's what I heard. And
Sorry, is that nobody in general or parish council?
Parish councillors.
if their councillors attend, I'm not entirely sure. But
So I think that's the point. Councillor Balfour wanted to have an election of people who will be interested in going to the PACT meeting and show it.
When did it take place? I don't know, sorry.
I don't know. To be honest,
To be fair,
I
I've
think-
never seen about them. So
I think there was one last Friday
Right.
that we've.
I did go to one, as I said to, I think the last meeting, I did go to one, and I believe that was in the middle of the day, and I was able to go to that one. It wasn't the last one. So in the interim, maybe we could just make sure the clerk lets us know and see how many of us are interested, if we can. I mean, I wasn't able to go to the next one, and we all have commitments, don't we?
Well, the normal procedure is that we would elect somebody to attend because it's classed as an outside body, and we are representing the parish council. It would need somebody to be elected from this committee to actually attend. So we can. It isn't just a matter of. Well, I don't know. I've got no.
Any member of the public can attend.
I've got no. Yes, but as a parish councillor to
And
represent the parish council,
You wouldn't
would have to
hide
be
that you
elected.
were a parish council. You wouldn't talk on behalf of the parish council, but you would say, you know, I'm here, I'm interested, I'm a parish
Well, I was just
councillor.
going to say, if it is a requirement for these things, it seems like a good idea that it happened to me, even though I never did. But if it is a requirement that somebody from the parish council is there, I'd be happy to propose that as a motion,
Yeah,
given that we've then got to sort details as to who will do it later. But,
yeah. We could do that, yeah. We could do that, take the vote
Yeah.
on who, yeah. Okay.
So, an
So
email
the-
will go out asking.
Yeah, yeah. Is there a second
Given
for
the
the
dates
proposal then?
and
Yeah, seconded by
and
S. Sherritt.
times and dates of meetings. Asking
Find out,
for
yeah. We need to find out,
volunteers
yeah.
to-
I don't think they have them once a month, I don't know.
Is it
So
once?
can we take a show of hands on that then?
Never mind, I'll say anything.
That's unanimous. Okay, so item 13, to receive the external auditor's report for the year ending 31st of March 2023. That's 13. External auditor's report. There's information in your support pack, the notes for councillors, on item 13, external audit report copy enclosed for further information only. The comments made by PKF Littlejohn in relation to, quote, other matters not affecting our opinion, blah, 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 which draw to the attention of the authority. That is I think the issue was the paperwork has to be on display in our public notice boards for until the 3rd of, from the 26th of June until the 3rd of August. As the paperwork could not be displayed until after our parish council meeting on the 26th of June, this is not identified as a working day of viewing. Therefore, it is recommended that next year we display for an additional